We're back. It's the semi-final and we're on our way to Selhurst Park. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Evolution of Everton. You join me as we have travelled down to London to take on Crystal Palace in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup tonight. Following the amazing victory over Liverpool, we now get the benefit of having to take on these boys and girls. It'll be boys. To try and get ourselves to a final. That will be tremendous and a great achievement for us. Look, let's catch back up. You can see that we're fifth, right? So we're holding our own and we're doing incredibly well. We have got a game in hand which could, in theory, put us on the same points as Arsenal. But I'm not bothered. I don't want Champions League football. I do a little bit. I mean, the money would be tremendous. But the reality is this is already over and above where we thought we were. And we are extending ourselves to our very, very limits right now. In terms of an update, right? So we know that we're trying to shift players out. We know we've got a money problem and that's okay. We have managed to shift out one Abdul Doucouré. He's gone out for 9 million, which his contract was due to run out in the summer. I actually think it's a decent deal, to be fair. And he was earning an absolute boatload of cash. So he's gone out the door, which brings us money in, which is good. And obviously really helps because it knocks down our spending as well. So that will all contribute to what the board are trying to do. From a further movements perspective, well, actually, we're trying to ship out Facundo Torres. He's kicked up a stink that he's not playing. I do understand that, in fairness to him. He wasn't prepared to accept being a bit of a bit part player. And as he's on 115 grand, neither am I. You know, we spent 27 million on him. So I've offered him out for 33 because I've got a percentage in terms of profit that I would have to pay back. So I don't, I'm not too concerned. If I can get my money back and recoup the money, fine, we'll do that. So he's been offered out and we've asked him to go and try and get some interest himself, and he's done that, and it looks like Fiorentina might be willing to nibble, which would be nice. And he's played for me in the cups. He's not really done anything else other than that. We've got loads of teams interested, but it's loans. And I don't want a loan. I'm hoping Saudi Arabia are going to come and nibble for him. And if we can shift those, that's 3 players out the door in January. I'd be pleased with that because it will be good money coming in. I am trying to shift Dwight McNeil, but nobody really fancies him. And I don't blame them based on how he's performed for me these past couple of seasons. So that's where we'll end up. We have brought one player in. I'm not entirely sure if he's going to come in at the end of the season or if he comes in immediately. I think he's going to come in at the end of the season. It's a goalkeeper. Where can I find that? So, there you are. Jakobishvili from Barcelona. We've signed him on a free transfer at the end of his contract. This guy is touted by our scouts to be an absolute baller when he grows up. So I'm delighted to bring him in. We're going to bring him in and then we're going to ship him straight back out on loan to try and get him first team football, ideally in the Championship. Over 6 foot already. He's 18. He's only going to grow. He's only going to improve. So really, really pleased to have brought him in and looking forward to seeing him develop as well. But other than that, I'm personally not planning on bringing anybody else in. Kevin, on the other hand, wants to spend some money. He's put an offer in for young Malcolm. He's not young, he's 27, but he is Brazilian. And we're looking to bring him in on a free. I obviously don't know anything about him. He's got a bit of pedigree in that he played for Barcelona, so that's really good news. He could be anywhere in the range of that, couldn't he? Scouts say B-, a decent signing. We'll see. If he's going to demand crazy money, the answer will probably be no, but we'll see. But because it's a free transfer, I'm quite interested. We're competing with Marseille, with Luton, which I wouldn't really see us competing with, and a Saudi Arabian team. So I'm not going to pay Saudi Arabian money, so we shall see. And then from a schedule perspective, right, how have we got on? So Carabao Cup, that's where we were. We then got beat by Spurs, not ideal. However, we travelled to Wolves, got a win at Molineux, fantastic. Then we beat Newcastle and we gave them a tater, and in fact, it was really, really good to see. Then we travelled down to Carrow Road and we scraped it. I think we got the winner in the 57th. We did, yes. So we were 2 up. Then at half time, they'd equalised. Then we went out and scored another, and we managed to hold it. And then we travelled to Wales, played Wrexham in the FA Cup, fully rotated team, and managed to get the win just about. So we'll take that. We go through to the next round where we're going to play Sheffield Wednesday. It's been hectic. It really has. There's been a lot of rotating, but I'm really pleased with the amount of green we've got in there. All right, that's not ideal. But remember, Spurs were top of the shop. They're currently third, and they're competing up there with Liverpool and with City. So they are a better team than we are, and they've got far more depth than we do too. So I will take it. It is fair, and we're competing for the UEFA spots, and I'm delighted with that. With that being said, though, we're now going to take on Crystal Palace in the semi-finals, right? Crystal Palace are currently sat 12th. We are going away first, so it's going to be an interesting one. When you join me, I'll have picked the team, so you'd have to see me re-rotate from the FA Cup. I'll catch you in a second. And just like that, we now have our fully rotated team. Back to the first team, right? So Pickford in goal, Rennan's on the left-hand side with Maffeo on the right-hand side, Tarks and Branthwaite at centre-backs. Garner's going to hold for me, Gibbs, White and Willock, Roy on the left, Rodriguez on the right, Luca up. That's how we're going to line up. To be fair, Dortmund have kicked off by the way that he's not playing. I've told him he's bobbins, and therefore that's why he's not playing, and they want to be lucky that I'm still paying his wages because I can't cancel the deal. They ignored me and just walked away from the meeting. But, truth speaker. Right, let's get this underway. What's our predictions, right? Before the game starts, we're in the away leg first. Graham Potter's Crystal Palace, don't know how that's happened, versus Everton. Away, they've gone reasonably first team, so have we. What's our predictions? I would take a draw right now. There you go. I would take a draw right now. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments as we walk out the tunnel. Romain, though, how going to help you? Footballers aren't bothered about weather, are they? Yeah, I hope you can put on another strong display, Romain. What's the mood in the dressing room? Self-belief. Nice pitch. Circular. I like that. Okay, here we go then. Let's get this game underway and let's see what we can do. We've gone strong, and we've gone strong because I actually want to get to the cup final, and I really, really do want to get a trophy won. That would be tremendous for us in terms of rejuvenating the football club, remembering what this save is all about, the evolution of Everton back to where we were in history. So if we can do that and start that with a Carabao Cup final and winning it, I would be delighted with, as Luke has just gone through and slotted. That was a lovely finish, and it was a great ball from Rodriguez as well, by the way. Luca comes deep to start the move, and then his run just carves his way through the defence, and the defenders let him go through a gap, and then he just slots that first time. That's a fantastic finish from the absolute giant that is Luca. Fantastic to see. 1-0 early. We'll take that. Maffeo looks like he's got a bruised knee. I might do that at half-time. It gives me a reason to play Patterson a little bit more. Again, he wants more game time. He's not getting it. Branthwaite's nodded in at the near post, though. Gibbs White has delivered superbly well to the near post, and Branthwaite just nodded down. Henderson was absolutely nowhere near it, and we take a 2-goal lead after 20 minutes. I would not have predicted this. Did you predict this? Don't lie. I'm watching. Okay, good. 25 minutes gone. You can see from the XG, actually, this isn't where we expect to be. However, from a possession perspective, we're doing really well. Luca pulls that out of the sky fantastically well. And Roy's going to take on his man, and he is. And he stood one up, looking to find Rodriguez at the back post. He's at the bar again. If we could have took that away, that could have been done and dusted for the entirety of the game. Roy boxed again, nodded down to Luke. Is that a penalty, referee? Probably clutching at straws there as Crystal Palace hook it away. And it's a throw into us in their half, which we're not going to see. 35 minutes gone. The XG's gone up, as you can see. Probably should have took that second chance. Maybe not the first one. That's probably a bit harsh on Rodriguez. But the second one, you'd probably have backed him to nod in. We're looking to try and keep it a little bit. Let's make sure we do. Shift them. Tarks out to Gibbs. Back to Tarks. I don't mind it. Good. And then we used a run. Maffeo's looking to take his fullback on. He's not done very well in doing that, though, and that was Edouard. Not shocking ball inside from Tyreek Mitchell has found our centre forward, and Lucas has slotted superbly well. That's a horror ball back across his own box. Not what you want to see at all if you're Graham Potter. Look at this. There you go, Shea. Oh no. I don't think perhaps Mitchell's to blame there, is he? The double-barrelled centre half. He's absolutely the one at fault there, as he could have just put his foot through it. 41 minutes gone. Pickford pushes for a Crystal Palace corner, and we are 3 up, which again, definitely not something I would have predicted. Crystal Palace ball in swinging. Lerma back to Somerville, back out to Da Costa. He's allowed to come into the box and he's clipped one, but it's at the bar by the looks of things and it's gone out for a goal kick. Absolutely delighted with this first half. Gibbs White is knackered. He's taken a knock and he wants to come off. We're going to make a couple of changes purely because of tiredness. We've got to try and protect one or two of these lads. It's just been non-stop in terms of the football that they're having to play. I'm probably going to send on Mishu, and he's going to tuck into this role for me, and Garner's going to move forward and do that job. We haven't got anybody that we can throw on that can do that job. Rio's out injured, so, we really are. We're running on fumes in terms of players, but that's just the reality of it. I'm happy with our passing so far. Let's go and do more of the same in the second half, please. Palace have also made a sub. They're looking to perhaps try and protect players, but as it stands, we've got a 3-goal lead to take back to Goodison, which would be a tremendous thing to do. Mishu does well. They're going round the corner, and Lucas plays a tremendous ball through the gap. Rodriguez stands his man up inside to Garner. What are we going to do? Back to Patterson, who clips. Look, he's found Roy, a looping header, and I think it's at the top of the bar and gone over. Really good to see Patterson getting involved with the attacking play rather than just sitting back. I'm not bothered about suspensions just yet. Thank you, though, Ian. And you do like to flag that, don't you? Adam Wharton stands over a Palace free kick, though. He's gone for goal. It's deflected all over the place, and Rennan manages to clip clear. That's good. Good decision-making from our fullback. Rather than trying to play out, he's just got rid of the thing, and I don't mind it at all. Garner's knackered. I'm probably going to make a change after this corner then. Honestly, these lads, they've done so well to get to where they've got to, playing on such a limited squad depth. We really, really are. Worrell, can we force them back? Force them back. Make them play there, and we're absolutely fine. Don't allow them to break the press, though, so don't jump too early. We've allowed them to break the press. We didn't jump, though, in fairness. We just didn't mark well enough. He looked offside. I'm not going to lie. Let's see what the ref says. Are we going to VAR? We are. He did look offside. Yes, and there you go. I was right. Vision. In fairness, the liner does flag, so it's not just something... Look at that, he's miles off, in fairness. Absolutely miles off. Let's get to 75, and then I'll protect Garner too, as Tarks looks to come out of the box. Looks to come out of our half with the ball. Garner inside to Mishu. Willock. I desperately want to call him Wilcock. Not entirely sure why. Worrell plays out. Well stepped. Love that from Rennan, although Lucas loses the ball. Blocked. Roy inside to Lucas. Look after it this time for me. Roy looking to drive to the byline. He's done well inside to Willock. Can you find a corner? You can. That was absolutely superb from Roy, and Luca made up for his mistake as well. We're going to make the change, and we're going to protect Garner. I am going to move Mishu forward now. He's got far better passing ability than... We're going to call him Tim, because I can't say his actual name. We'll do that, and then we're going to make a quick change in that we're going to drop Roy out now, and we're going to put Ndiaye out there just to try and get him some TV time, to be honest. I want to try and get some vision on him, some eyes on him, see if we can try and attract some attention. Again, he's on a decent wedge, and he's worth a fair bit of money, so we'll see what we can do there too. Mishu, Patterson, inside to Mishu, clipped and Ndiaye at the back post. Could argue he should do better, although he's only just come on, the kid, maybe a bit harsh. We're 4-0 up, and we've done incredibly well here. If we could keep a clean sheet, that would be the icing on the proverbial cake, as Wharton looks to stride out for Palace. Mustafa plays it out to Eddie Nketiah, and he gets it back. He's played a ball inside, but Patterson cuts it out. There's Tim, Tarks, into Willock's feet. Willock's going to drive with that pace of his, and then finds Mishu. Can you see Luca? You could do, but he's dropped now. Mishu's through on goal. he got a nosebleed there, 100%. He's never seen that amount of space in his entire life, bless him. The 21-year-old Frenchman, blood was pouring out of his nose there. Loddy, box, looking for Branthwaite, and Dye wins it. Willock plays it back out to Loddy. Branthwaite back to Loddy. Klitz looking to find and die, but doesn't. Luca could have netted his hat-trick there if he'd have just got a little bit more of a delicate flick. But he's not done, but I'm not going to complain because we leave Selhurst Park with a 4-goal lead to take back to Goodison. I'm not saying it's a done deal, but it looks pretty bloody close, doesn't it? It really, really does. That was about as good a win as you're likely to see, and I'm not even telling fibs. Chris, winning breeds confidence, son. Was on the cards. What do you mean? I don't think it was on the cards. We were terrific, Chris. Let's not take anything away from us, please. Yeah, he'll continue to score goals at a very respectable rate for us because he's doing incredibly well. He is doing incredibly well, in fairness to him. He's a very, very good footballer, and he's only a baby, 24, tremendous jumping reach. He wins his share of headers. He can finish. He's 6'7". What's not to like here? There's not a lot not to like, if I'm perfectly honest. Could he be quicker? Yes, but he is about as tall as a wind farm, so maybe that's a bit of a harsh ask. 1 to 3 days for Gibbs White isn't the worst thing in the world, so that's not something I'm going to get too wound up about. Well done, Luca. Really appreciate your work, son. Okay, right. Next game, 3 days. Honestly, these lads don't get a break. For us, though, we're going to come back together very, very soon. We're going to come back together for a double header. That's right. We're going to take on Brighton at home, a meeting with Calvert-Lewin, and then we're going to do the semi-final second leg at home, where hopefully we see ourselves through to the final. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to read the comments and see what your scores were. If any of you had me 4-0, you're lying. Thanks very, very much for watching, and I'll catch you next one. Take care.